Welcome back to another video. This is a pick a card video. What does that mean? That means I'm going to pick a card and I'm going to read it to you. And it's important because you arrived at this video for a reason. And the reason is because nothing happens by mistake. The reading is for you. So every card I pick here is going to be the pick a card for you. The first one that comes out is going with the flow. Look, just go with the flow. You don't have to figure anything out. You just let go and let it all come out of your mouth. Right? That means that you speak your mind. You speak your mind in a calm, blue, calm, serene way. You let people know how you're feeling and why. You let them know how their behavior is impacting you and why. If you see something nice about them, something admirable about them, you go with the flow and you flow that out too. Tell them what you give a crap about. Tell them what you like that they're doing. The more you communicate, blue, that's that throat chakra. The more you go with the flow and communicate whatever is on your heart and your mind, the more companionship and the more bond you're going to build, because you're going to be being real with these people. And you're going to just feel so stress-free. You're going to feel so clean and so pure, like this beautiful bath of this beautiful river of water, because you're going to know that you're not hiding anything. You're not trying to be afraid and keep something to yourself for fear of what they might think of you. As long as you're calm, and you can get calm by taking those slow, deep breaths. Mindful, conscious breathing, awareness to breathing, it settles down our emotions and causes us to be in that energetic space of flowing so free to be honest. Let's look at the next card. So there you are, meditating regularly. There you are, committed to using your breathing to calm down. There you are, knowing you are a variety of the light in the world that gets unique ideas and unique feelings and unique preferences, and that you are worthy and important to be able to express your thoughts and your feelings to other people. Let them know how you feel. Let's see what we got. Oh, the dreams coming true. The dreams here for you. We're living in a waking dream. There's not much difference between dreaming at night and dreaming during the day. It just seems like we're awake right now. Seriously, this is still like a dream. We're just conscious in it. And if you've ever woken up in the middle of a dream, you know that's true. The nice thing about the dreams at night are that you can imagine them in any way or shape or form, and then you can expand your capacity to believe much deeper. Is what we're seeing here. And again, by going with the flow, by sharing what you know, by being that honest voice to the people around you, you're going to be cracking open this whole new door of that inner space of creative imagination that allows you to embody and attach yourself to new ideas that are just before seemingly to be out of reach. You can go bigger, you can expand brighter, you can find more in that flow of the dream that we're living in. It's so beautiful when you unite with the imagery of anything is possible. Now let's look closer. Oh my, we want this union. Why? We want to be understood. We want to be comforted. We want someone to look at us and say, it's going to be okay. It is okay. I accept you. I love you. I want you to be where I am with me. These are the things that we enjoy, and we'll get that as we go with the flow, as we give that out to others, as we are honest and open with others. They'll be honest and open as a reflection back into our lives. We are in control of this boat, of this dream of reality. So, dare to put on your new material root chakra right up on your crown. There's that band. Dare to let your green heart chakra dress fade, because you've been knowing that you're a spiritual being for so long now that who cares? Who cares? It's no big deal anymore to know we are living as spirits in this human world. But what is new? What is good? Where are we going? What should we do? We shouldn't do anything we don't want to do. But what do we prefer? That's what we're looking at here. She's got that red root chakra now up on her crown because she's leveled up, brought that root chakra right up to her conscious imagination space where she can project out into the universe whatever she wants to see come to pass in her personal life. Flowing union, loving care, beautiful relationships everywhere. This is the type of stuff to work with. Go and use yourself to make your dreams real by imagining and seeing them and giving them a little bit of your conscious staring space, your conscious feeling space. This is the type of work that we're not always taught. They tell us, don't be a daydreamer, don't sit around and imagine things. That's foolish, you're wasting your time. They say, take a lot of actions, work hard for it. And we are. We did work hard to become aware that we are a spiritual being. Every emotional conflict that we've been through, every disappointment, every time we counted on the world and it let us down, all of these things have been there to drive us to that inner space, to know that we are a spiritual being outside of the world, having a human experience, and to teach us to learn how to use our conscious imagination as adults to be able to conjure up, to spell and see and feel up here what we want to see reflected back in our reality. Let's pull another card and see where we're going with this. Remember, we're going to go with the flow. We're going to know that our words are creative in our life. We're going to use our conscious imagination space like we would use our arms and legs to do something. We're going to start to employ that as much of an important part of our life as everything else. We're going to get that balance, the balance between the stuff we do in the world, represented by these three. You can even say the balance between our job and our family life and our personal hygiene. And then this other space, this fourth dimension, this conscious dimension of spiritual action. We want to balance that into our life, integrate it as a working part of our makeup. No more are we going to put the physical world or the mental and emotional world as larger than our spiritual dimension. We're going to know that we can put on our white coat, which is just a symbol for putting on that blank canvas space up here. And we're going to employ that purple hue and that yellow, which is just another way of saying spiritually, the purple is the wisdom, our wisest hopes and dreams, and the yellow is our joy, the joy, solar plexus chakra joy, our wisest hopes and dreams and our joyful things that we want to see come to pass in our life. And we're not going to worry about what other people think. We're not going to worry if they think we're nuts. What? What? You wanted me to think for myself. You wanted me to be okay. You were worried I wouldn't be well. You wanted to protect me from all of the bad things in the world. Well, now that I made it to that space, that creative space where the dream can become reality, I'm going to just go with the flow and let you know that sometimes I got to draw boundaries and take care of myself and hold on to my own innermost beautiful mind seeds, star seeds, till I see them growing in the world, until they come to pass. And they will come to pass. If you're hearing this reading, it is for you. Whatever you're hearing, rewatch it through if it's not making sense. Watch some of my other videos. For example, identity shifting, spiritual awakening, 3 simple steps. Look for these videos. Identity repositioning. Look for these videos on my channel. The whole channel is here to help you wake up spiritually, maintain your spiritual awakening, and learn how to rise above or employ your emotions, rise above them, employ them, to be able to point them towards the spiraling waves of things you want to see with your energy, emotional shield, with your energy, that beacon going out. There's your joyful hopes and dreams, all radiating out like a little sonar, like a little electronic signature, to radiate the atoms in the world around you, the material world around you, to be able to form in the image of what you are hoping for. Faith from the Bible is defined as the assurance of what we're hoping for. the substance, the very structure, the very blueprint of things we haven't seen yet in the world. And that's going to create this energetic flow out for those things to become real, for us to recognize those things in our life. And it's going to create the energetic shield for us to be able to go with the flow so that people aren't going to be able to really go where we are when we're in that conscious spiritual space where we're creating what we prefer, where we're deciding that we're going to find what we're looking for regardless of what has happened in the past or what other people believe or don't believe. None of that matters. We are going to have that energetic shield. When they share things that are against our manifestations, we're just going to go with the flow. We're going to laugh inside and say, aw, you're telling me that it's impossible. And we're just going to reflect back to them what they're saying to us so that we don't hurt them and we don't get mad at them and we don't lose our energy or give them our power. Instead, we're just going to reflect that we hear what they're saying, and we're going to create that space. We're going to witness their dream of whatever they're expressing, and we're going to know in our hearts that our own dreams are coming true. We're going to pull one last card. It's coming from the surrender deck. It's either going to be something we need to surrender in this moment because of this reading or something that we're going to surrender to. Sometimes it's something to get rid of. Sometimes it's something to accept and employ more of. Let's see what it's going to be. What we have here is surrender your addictions. Ooh, yeah. Now, what are we talking about really? We're talking about attachments to things being a certain way in the world. Surrender your addictions just meaning that you don't need people to be a certain way, and you don't need people to believe in your ideas, and you don't need people to treat you a certain way in order for you to go up here into your secret place and be able to hold that thought and that belief and that idea, to be able to hold on to your dream and see it as if it's real until it flows into your life, and you can go with the flow when these addictive words and addictive ideas of other people are presented to you. And there's nothing wrong with those ideas. There's nothing wrong with those people. They are just investing in those thoughts and ideas for themselves and projecting it out towards you. You got nothing to worry about. You got the energetic shield to protect you, to protect all of your hopes and dreams. So that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Now look, just rewatch it if it doesn't make sense. Or what? Go dig through my YouTube channel, find videos and thumbnails that you're drawn to and watch them and think about what they're saying. Meditate on them. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't created a YouTube account yet. Just make one. It's free. It only takes a moment. And then hit the bell, and that way you can get the daily videos when they come up. I am here for the sole purpose, literally a sole purpose, for the sole purpose of helping foster the spiritual growth of anyone who is listening. Get ready for this reading. Here we go. It starts off like this. You are the one that has the compassion for the people in your life around you. If you bring compassion to them, in other words, if you forgive them, and if you understand that you can hold a space of acceptance for their idiosyncrasies, their quirks, their mannerisms, if you can just decide from here on out that you're going to be the one that brings the compassion. The compassion is really just this basic space where you're going to decide to tell yourself that it doesn't matter what they do or say, that they are just having a type of a brainstorm, a soul third eye storm happening in their life, and they are just pressing out into the world their interpretation of their new ideas that the light is bringing into their conscious space. Look, realize you can have compassion on people because whether they are doing things that you like or don't like, especially when they're doing things you don't like, they are just a unique variety of God in the world expressing themselves. We can see that by the blue throat chakra color in the person right here. That's just words and outward expressions in the world. So bring your compassion. If you bring compassion, if you just decide right now that all the people around you are going to do some stuff that sucks, they're going to do stuff that you're like, oh my God, shut the F up. You know what I'm saying? Decide right now that none of this matters, that you're just going to end it all right here and now and say, these people around me are not here to please me. They are not here to do exactly what I want them to do. They're not going to be carbon copies of my preferences. And automatically, you're going to be put into this new place where you're going to feel all of this blue serenity, all of this new inflow of your own creative ideas. That's what all the red and pink is here. It's this new foundation, the root chakra, but it's up here in your crown. It's a new foundation of a material world that is built upon a spiritual reality. So you're going to be able to just lose all of this conflict and all of these struggles that happen by not accepting people for who they are in the moment. So now that you're already knowing that people are going to let you down, and they don't really let us down. We're going to see it in a different way. We're going to say to ourselves, wow, that person's doing it differently than me. I wouldn't do it that way, but wow, it's interesting that they are. And it's not going to feel like a slap in the face, not literally anyway, but it's not going to feel like they're going against you because you're going to already have decided that, look, here comes the rebel card. And that's who we really all are. We're all these rebels in the world, bringing the white light, the flame. Now look, when people do things that are different, it can burn us. Ouch, stop doing it that way. But not anymore because of that compassion and because we expect them to be a variety of color in the world, different from our color, different from our frequency, different from our expression. Because of that, we are going to be able to accept them, and that's going to lead to acceptance of our own rebel self. A rebel self not meaning we're going against anybody, but rebel meaning that we are going against the world of what is right and wrong, of what is better and worse among people, among expressions. We're going into a new dimension, one where we are breaking the chains of duality, look, of black and white thinking, and we're getting up out of society. We're not worrying about what others think of us. We're truly being the rebel or the variety of God in the world that only you can be. You are a set of intricate colors, a patchwork of emotional and mental circumstances that have occurred that keep adding up, keep combining to form the you that you are. A unique variety, a warrior, really a falcon, really a phoenix that has risen above all of their personal life issues and is now bringing a new type of light into the world, the rebel. So when you decide that other people are okay and that they're not doing anything wrong or right so much as they are just expressing as a variety in the world, that compassion's going to loosen it all up for you. You're going to feel that spine vibration, that goosebump feeling of your wings, your imaginary spiritual wings spreading out, and you're going to get that uplifting experience of being the rebel in your own personal life. And now, my friends, we are ready to really bring this reading into who we are. We are ready to get that freedom to do what? Oh, yeah, boom, boom, boom. Look how goody good it is, moment to moment. We're jumping across, skipping the stones of duality lost. We're up above in this ninja suit. We're going to have that variety of colors. It's so good, it's so good. We're going to fly free. Moment to moment, our reality is going to be built like a little city, an imaginary city that we're bringing into the world. We're bringing into the world whatever we imagine and feel and talk about and describe. Whatever we want to make real. Our blessed thoughts are being manifested because we are what would be called the righteous ones. What would be called the ones who have forgiven the world, like the Son of God, like the child of God, like the daughter of God, like the children of God. We forgive the world for all of their idiosyncrasies. We forgive the world for what they did to us. We break the chains of duality. We become our rebel, pure God-like self in our own personal life, and then we come back into the world and we skip across high above the stones of duality, the black and white judgment, and we walk as that white light, fun-filled friend of God and mankind as we create this rainbow of new stuff in the world. Oh, let's go to another card. What are we going to see? Now that we are free, now that we really are just flowing, we're going to know that nothing is against us. Nothing could ever stop us. Our destiny is to be that worthy self-worth, that one who takes their throne, their seat of God light This is so good. We're on our island right here, our white light island. We sit down there, we get that orange of intelligence, that orange of knowing, that orange of information, which is that chakra of divine intelligent favor. As we come out of the cold, make our little snow angels because we are so happy. We are blessed to be able to sit in that throne, and we are going to be able to sing out the new creative images and the new creative actions and the new creative words that we have in our heart mind. And then we're going to get it all flickering down like the snow on all of the different trees, which are different people out in the world. They're all going to be richer and whitened by our expressions. Now, what else are we going to see here? Our self-worth. We finally found out what good a self is. A self is good for forgiving, having compassion on. A self is good for being a vehicle for the spiritual self to rise up through and to bring good things into the world. And now that we know that we are all valuable, the last thing that we have in this reading that we're going to surrender to or surrender and get rid of. We're either going to surrender to, which means we're going to employ this thing, or we're going to surrender to get rid of this thing. And that's going to blow the whole next level open wide for us in our lives. And all of our hopes and dreams and desires are just going to continue to come through as we surrender the stress. I don't feel stressful. No. Who's against me? No one. I feel like my eyes are up into the light. Look at that warmth, this dawn that we're getting by surrendering all of that stress. When we're not hard on others and instead we have compassion, less conflict, less stress. When we start to see others as those creative rebels against duality, those unique individuals that no one else is like, less and less stress because we don't have to change them. We can celebrate them moment to moment as we trickle across the waves of beautiful variety and we jump and huddle up on top of those rocks of duality, rising above our personal issues. Bye-bye stress, bye-bye stress, bye-bye stress. And at the end of it all, our self is, look, captured up in that light, captured in our beautiful, intelligent orange chair, throne of God manifested in the world. We don't want to stop this reading yet. We know that there is one more thing we want to bring. Let's find out what it's going to be. Coming from the Mermaid and Dolphin deck, this reading is for you. If you're here, it's for anyone with ears. Let them hear what the Spirit is speaking to the variety of the peoples, to the churches, to the temples, to the you of you. And it is simply this. The helpful person is who you will be when you bring that compassion into the sea of this world that we are all swimming in. You're going to be able to be a friend among friends. You're going to be able to be a comrade, finding your soul people. You're going to just be in the right place in the right time as that beautiful variation who has that worthwhile personality that no one else can match. And you're going to notice there's other people around you who have been rooting for you all along, who are helpful people. Someone wants to help you, it says. Think of whom that might be and initiate contact. And I tell you right now, one of those people is me. Thank you so much for being a part of this reading. Leave me some comments below. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Share the channel. Like the videos, watch some of the other videos on my channel. They are all here to help support your spiritual blossom and that beautiful experience that we are each having as a variety of the children of the light. Take care.